Hi, I'm Amy with the First Assist Urgent Care, and we're here at the Jason Witten Football Camp 2013, and you're watching the Scoreboard Sports Show.
Hey, Tri-Cities, if you got game, get on the scoreboard.
Starlight Sports Productions present the Scoreboard Sports Show, brought to you in part by Fanatics and the Doubletree by Hilton Johnson City, Sir Speedy Printing and Marketing Services, Craig's Crown Cuts, Look Sharp, Be Official, and Off the Grid Inc., helping you get off the grid everywhere under the sun.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Scoreboard Sports Show. We're here at Elizabethton High School at Jason Witten Football Camp. We're going to bring to you the new head football coach, Carl Torbush, for ETSU, and we had a nice little sit-down conversation with Brittany Zell, the new basketball coach at ETSU. All this and more on the Scoreboard Sports Show. Got game? Get on the scoreboard.
I'm Andrew Worley with Starlight Sports Productions. We're joined now with ETSU President Dr. Brian Noland. Dr. Noland, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Dr. Noland, of course, today is a beautiful day for baseball, but the main topic of discussion here lately has been football. With that, have we selected a location for a possible stadium for the football program?
We're not that far along. We're in the beginning stages of this. We're at the point of doing our homework, ensuring that as we build a foundation that's solid, both from an academic perspective as well as from a fiscal perspective. So as it relates to stadiums, we're going to bring in pros. They're going to help us with site, they're going to help us with engineering. We want to make sure that along every step of the process, we're doing this the right way in a thoughtful and deliberative manner.
Okay, so I'm sure there's some locations that are being discussed, but no decision's been made.
No, none at all. There are locations that have been discussed. Our goal is to find a location that's on campus. We're limited with respect to geography. We're here today at an absolutely beautiful state-of-the-art facility for baseball, but on a piece of property that had a fair amount of construction challenges due to rock and topographical issues. So we just want to make sure that we find something that allows us to maximize opportunities on campus, but minimize upfront costs and development associated with rock, water, or anything else.
Okay. Do you have a time frame when you expect to hopefully have an announcement for the location?
Hopefully within the next year. Hopefully within the next year. We, as I said, we're going to do this slow. We're going to do it deliberatively. We're going to go about it the right way.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Now, as we move forward with ETSU football, what is important for the support of the local business communities? What do y'all need as far as support?
It's critical. We're the Regions University. We're more than that. We're an institution that's world class, and what we hope we can do, and part of it's things that are going on with baseball, but it's deeper than athletics. I hope that the community will get engaged with their ETSU, attend a play, attend a concert performance, come walk campus on a Saturday afternoon. But this institution is the engine that powers East Tennessee, and I hope that everyone across the region takes time to get reconnected with the institution, to get reconnected with us academically, to get reconnected with us from a cultural perspective, and to get reconnected with us from an athletic perspective. And that's what football is about. This isn't about a sport. This is about providing yet another foundational aspect to help build a relationship with the region as a whole that's symbiotic.
Okay. And as far as specific to business, what can our local business community do to assist this overall region when it comes to football?
Catch the Buccaneer spirit. Help ensure that we have more blue and gold across the region. Support our students. Provide opportunities to support the arts. Provide opportunities to support students as they're looking to transition from college into careers. But anything and everyone can do across the greater viewing area to show a little bit more blue and gold. As I said, this is the university that powers the economy of this region, and I hope that in the months and years to come, we all can truly capture that ETSU spirit.
Last question now. As far as the committee for 125, they've cited, among many things, the desire to return football to the community and to this area, which is moving, of course, at a lightning pace right now. Can you tell us what other initiatives are being looked at through the committee as far as a visionary and strategic planning?
The thing that I'm really excited about is the effort and focus that's being placed on the arts at ETSU. Since our founding in 1911, the arts have been at the heart of the university. We launched an arts initiative on Valentine's Day of this year, an initiative aimed at raising $9.5 million to create a Center for the Fine and Performing Arts right on campus. A center that will be as much a home for the arts at ETSU as a home for the community for the arts. That's one of the initiatives that's coming out of 125. A focus on students, a focus on student retention, a focus on faculty research. 125 provides an opportunity for all of us to look down the field and say, at our 125th anniversary, what do we want to look like as an institution? What's the size? What's the scope? What's the complexity? Athletics is a part of it, but it's only a part. At the heart of that effort is the focus on the arts, and I hope that everyone takes a little bit of time to visit the website and learn more about the Arts Initiative.
All right. Well, Dr. Noland, we thank you for your time. Very excited for our region, excited for our program, and excited for ETSU. Thank you again for joining us.
Hey, thanks a lot. Have a great day.
Hi, I'm Brittany Burkhart.
Hey, I'm Nikki Davis.
And I'm Coach Brittany Ezell, and you're watching the Scoreboard Sports Show.
Off the Grid Inc. is the Tri-City's best choice for solar products and installation. Let Off the Grid Inc. increase your use of clean, green solar energy. We provide systems for residential and commercial needs. With a smart investment, solar can supplement your energy needs or take you completely off the grid. Off the Grid Inc. wants to help you reduce your carbon footprint with your own solar system. Call us today at 423-278-0720 to get you started toward energy independence with Off the Grid Inc.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Scoreboard Sports Show. And we're here at ETSU and very happy to be with the new head basketball coach at ETSU, women's basketball coach, Miss Brittany Ezell. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you guys for having me. I'm excited.
Well, Brittany, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what's happening at ETSU, and what's going on?
How long's your show? I guess that's the big thing. From Franklin, Tennessee, born and raised. So this is not unfamiliar territory for me. Played high school ball at Franklin High School, attended the University of Alabama, two-sport athlete, basketball and softball. Went to graduate school at the University of Nebraska. So like we talked about earlier, I'm just following around good football schools, so hopefully we can bring one of those back here. Just a lot of excitement right now at the university, not just women's basketball. Like we alluded to off camera, volleyball team winning the league and going to the NCAA tournament, baseball going to the NCAA tournament. I've got a new staff, Coach Bartow's got a new staff, and there's going to be a whole new program here and a change in conference. So just a great time to be in Johnson City, and definitely a great time to be a Buccaneer.
Can you allude a little bit to how your recruiting's going and how your program's looking right now?
And our first recruiting job is to recruit the kids we already have and make sure they buy into what we're trying to do. We have signed one young lady out of Arizona who's extremely excited to be here, and then all my free time is spent on the phone and getting kids to come to campus. And once we can get them to see these mountains and see this campus, it's a real easy sell. But we're in the midst of making sure that we're reaching out to the right people, re-energizing our fan base, re-engaging our boosters, and trying to re-solidify ETSU women's basketball within the Tri-Cities area, and make sure that the homegrown kids want to stay at home and I guess be local legends like you, and try to to really try to be the flagship university of the region. We should be, and I think with Dr. Noland's vision and Dr. Sanders' leadership in our department, we're heading in the right direction. So I think I'm a small part of that, but it's a whirlwind. It's something new every day. And I wake up every day energized and very, very blessed to be here.
Presently now, today, I think you're having a little girls camp.
Yeah.
All right. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
We've got girls ages 6 to 13 running around the dome today and getting them acclimated to campus. And I think the big seller for them today was giving them season tickets to the games, and having them develop some heroes on our roster. That's what we want. And part of what my charge is as a head coach is to have young women on the roster that represent this region on and off the floor in a positive way in the community, with the way that they handle themselves as mentors, as role models, and the way I handle myself as a good steward of someone else's money. Kids on scholarship, someone else is helping you pay your way here. Yes. And so I've got to make sure that the student athletes that we bring to ETSU are representing the values of this community, the values of this campus, and definitely the values of the stockholders or the people that invest in our department well. And I feel good about the group we got so far. There's going to be growing pains, there's going to be bumps on the road, but I think we've got a good plan in place, and hopefully these little girls will grow up wanting to be Bucks. So here's their first experience.
I know that your time here has been very, very rushed, and you've not had the opportunity to do a lot of things that you probably want to do and you have planned to do.
Yes, sir.
So could you tell us a little bit maybe about your future plans is in that camp type setting?
I think a lot of what we're going to be doing is community outreach and engagement on top of the camps. You know, next year we're going to try to add an elite camp for the high school age kids. We're going to try to add a team camp for the local high school, so they don't feel like they have to go to Knoxville or to Nashville or across the state lines. We want to keep them here, and I think that does a couple things. It helps our university, but it helps generate some revenue for the city. Sure. You know, have parents coming in and have teams coming in. I think that's, you know, a small part of what we can do. I think anything that we can do to re-energize the city about its university, because we are Johnson City's university. And anything we can do to give back in way of charity, in way of, you know, service, in way of just showing up and smiling and letting people know, hey, we're here and we're here to help. You know, my job as a coach is to be a servant leader, and any way I can serve this university and serve Johnson City is going to be something that I'm going to seek out, and my staff's going to seek out, and hopefully our players will start seeking out without my guidance. But it's kind of that, my grandparents would tell you, you know, I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make him drink. But my grandfather thought you can duck his head in there. He's either going to drink or drown. So, you know, that's philosophy we want our kids. We want them to be engaged, and we want them to be willing participants, and we want them to give back. And I think camps is a great way to do that.
It sounds to me like you're very well grounded and you understand the ways of the world, so to speak. And I think the kids are going to be blessed to have you. The community's blessed to have you. And we want to thank you for being on our show today.
Oh, no problem. Anytime. It's my pleasure. Please call us anytime we can help you. I'll get an athlete on here. I'll get a coaching staff on here. I've been very blessed to coach at junior college Division II and the Division I level. I won't mention the other Division I school because nobody around here likes them.
Right.
But this is an honor to be here and to have been selected by Dr. Noland, Dr. Sander, and his staff. It truly is an honor, and we're going to do everything we can to represent you as an alum and you all as members of this community in the right way. So anything we can do, I'm more than happy to help.
Well, we thank you so very much.
Yes, sir.
And we're glad to have Brittany Ezell here on the Scoreboard Sports Show. And after this, we'll be right back.
It's the day, it's finally arrived, it's your wedding day. It's the moment you've been waiting all your life, it's your wedding day.
Ah, your wedding day, that one special day in your life you'll never forget. So let Venture Productions capture all those special moments at your wedding for you to treasure a lifetime. Our approach to videography is one of creativity and excellence. Call Venture Productions for your video services.
It's the moment you've been waiting all your life, it's your wedding day. Yeah, yeah.
Football is coming back to East Tennessee State University. Yes. Yes, it's coming back, right?
Today is a day when all of us come together to celebrate East Tennessee State University. It's my distinguished honor to present the Lieutenant Governor of the great state of Tennessee and ETSU alum, Lieutenant Governor Ron Ramsey.
You think he's been waiting for this for a long time. I've been here for a lot longer than you've been around. I'm a 1978 graduate of ETSU. For those of you who don't know, my roots are pretty blue and gold, okay? My wife, Cindy, sitting on the front row, is an ETSU graduate. I have 3 daughters who are ETSU graduate. I have 2 son-in-laws that are ETSU graduate. My mother is an ETSU graduate. My grandmother is an ETSU graduate. You can see that I'm excited about today. That's all I can say.
Everybody needs to understand that football is a piece. It's a piece of a big picture. It's a piece of a big puzzle to really move ETSU down the road and to become and recognized as the great university that it is. And I think football will help us do that. It'll do so many things for the institution, for the community, and for every ETSU constituent group out there. So this is a great day.
You know, I am so proud to have been part of this process, and I mean that in a true sense. Dr. Noland and Dr. Sander were very gracious in their comments, but the truth of it is all along we've been following their lead to get to this exciting day, to get to this historic day for East Tennessee State football and East Tennessee State University. I have known this man for 30 plus years. I've coached against him, and it was always tough. Recruited against him, and he was one of the best. Sat for hours when he would come back and visit us when he wasn't at a school that we were competing against, and watched tape together and studied defensives and offenses and the new trends in football. He's a man of character and faith. Family is very important. His own family, his team is his family. His community is his family, and his church is his family. So we got a winner, we've got a leader, we've got a communicator, we've got a guy that's tough-minded, we've got a guy that's organized, and certainly he's familiar with the area. East Tennessee State's new head football coach, Torbush. Well, two or three things before we start. First of all, if I get some shoe dye, I can get that hair black again. You know, everybody loves a winner, and I hadn't lost a ball game yet, so that's an exciting time. And you know, it's a great time to be here. Being an East Tennessean, and one thing you'll find out about me is I'm not going to take myself too seriously. You know, I think it's my most important thing is to make sure everybody that comes to work every day has a great experience and enjoys coming, being part of the program, and helping East Tennessee State Bucks football program be what it needs to be. But I can't tell you how excited I am for this opportunity at this stage. You know, being from here for many, many years, it's a great opportunity. You know, somebody says, gosh, that guy's awful old to be starting a football program. You know, I've said it time and time again. I've been 20, those 20-year-olds hadn't been 60. So I've got about 40 years of experience and wisdom and knowledge that I feel like that I can give them. And Philip feels the same way. I think it's a matter of the passion that you have for what you're doing, having the love, the opportunity to get it done. And you won't find anybody, I'll cut you another joke. I said, you know, one great thing I like about being here, I won't need an interpreter to understand what I say. Everybody's not a football fan, but we want everybody to feel like East Tennessee State football has something to give back to the university. I can tell you, it's real simple. Just by the start of this football program, we've probably already guaranteed us 1,000 more students. You got 200 people in a band, you got probably 120 football players, you've got a lot of people that are going to come to school here just because we have football and they don't have to go somewhere else so that they can enjoy the college experience in football. So there are a lot of positive things getting ready to happen. There's no question that East Tennessee has got a great academic institution. I like Dr. Noland's theory. This university is for East Tennesseans. Now, that doesn't mean we're not going to take them from other places, but this university, East Tennessee State University, should be made up of people in this area. When I say this area, I'm talking about East Tennessee. That's why they call it East Tennessee State. Again, main thing I want to say is I appreciate this great opportunity to lead East Tennessee State in this special time. The rebirth, the new era is here. It's time to start. And I will say, Dr. Noland, I think that is a great logo. I mean, I really do. That's, I'd be scared if I played it. But again, like I say, we're excited about this, and again, I appreciate the opportunity to be here. Thank you very much.
Hey, it's Jason Witten, former Elizabethton Cyclone, now current Dallas Cowboy tight end, and you're watching the Scoreboard Sports Show.
Off the Grid Inc. is the Tri-City's best choice for solar products and installation. Let Off the Grid Inc. increase your use of clean, green solar energy. We provide systems for residential and commercial needs. With a smart investment, solar can supplement your energy needs or take you completely off the grid. Off the Grid Inc. wants to help you reduce your carbon footprint with your own solar system. Call us today at 423-278-0720 to get you started toward energy independence with Off the Grid Inc.
I'm Gerald Sitzenbaugh, retired Dallas Cowboys player. Got game, get on the scoreboard.
This is a very exciting day today. It's historic here in Elizabethton. In a few minutes, it's going to be classified as June the 21st is Jason Witten Day. And that's
When Jason won the NFL Man of the Year, that meant so much more than catching passes and winning championships. It was about a man of character that Jason has become. He's used his position to help and bless others.
One quick story. Sean was the man at Tia Duggar. He'd run, done really well. Jason wasn't allowed to play, so we went down. Jason was getting ready to be in 7th grade, so we go down and get the equipment. I pick him up from Tia Duggar. We go to the back home. We're just going to relax for the afternoon. Sean and Jason start saying who's going to be the man next year. So we just strap it on, go put the helmet and shoulder pads on the back, and they're like, hey, come out here and referee this. And I'm like, well, what are we going to referee? And they just lined up and hit each other a couple of times, and they just threw the ball off to the side, and they just started hitting. And next thing you know, one of them was thrown up against the tree and kicking and everything, so I had to stop that. But they work well together. Believe it or not,
it's truly an honor to have a brother as Jason Witten, who is a role model and that you can use on a daily basis to say, hey, if you want to be somebody in life, be somebody like Jason Witten.
I don't know what's left to say, but the best decision that I ever made was coming to Elizabethton.
But I just want to say a few words about the man Jason Witten. All of us know his ability on the football field. We see it on Sunday. But he is one of the most generous players in the NFL. In 10 seasons with Dallas Cowboys, he is the all-time leading receiver in receptions. But his accomplishments off the field are as much or more impressive than what he's done on the field. A few years ago, he started a charitable foundation, the Jason Witten Score Foundation. He has launched numerous outreach programs and funded several new building projects in Texas and, of course, here in Tennessee.
As a community that Jason is from, it was important for me to make this a day for Jason Witten and his family. And in doing that, we wanted to give something back to Jason, a little bit of something that he could take back to Texas, a little bit of East Tennessee that he could take back to Texas. And we wanted to give this Don Iverson print of our cover bridge with the original nails that was built back in 1882.
Richard Tester called me, I guess it was around Easter. I was driving to the beach. He called me and said, what do you think about a Jason Witten Day? I said, well, Elizabethton, every day's Jason Witten Day, right? But the first thing we have is a proclamation for Jason Witten. Whereas the City of Elizabethton feels that it is right and proper to honor Jason Witten for the second time for his accomplishments on and more importantly off the field. Now therefore I, Kurt Alexander, Mayor of the City of Elizabethton, Tennessee, and the Elizabethton City Council do hereby proclaim Friday, June 21st, 2013, Jason Witten Day in the City of Elizabethton, and would ask all citizens and residents of the City of Elizabethton to honor Jason Witten on this day. In witness whereof, I hereunto set my hand as Mayor of the City of Elizabethton, Tennessee, on this the 21st day of June 2013. Kurt Alexander, Mayor, City of Elizabethton, Tennessee. Jason, we're really proud of all of that. We also have one more thing. I get these two young men to help their dad unveil. I know y'all have probably seen as you drive into Elizabethton, this is also something that Richard Tester came up with. Is coming into Elizabethton, we used to have these signs that said different things. You know, some of them were, you know, Babe Ruth champions from 1912 and all these things that were, you know, kind of outdated and antiquated. So we have standardized all the signs coming into the City of Elizabethton. And if you two young men would show your father here what the sign says, we're going to leave this up until you do something else, Jason.
I'm so humbled to be back. So thrilled to be here with each of you. Thank you so much for coming out. And for the group that just spoke, each and every one of them, you know, first of all, I got some beef to pick with them, some bones to sort out, because I don't know if all those stories were true. But the shot put one was. I did get hit in the head. And that explains probably why I've played with some of those injuries. Probably not the smartest thing I've ever done, but it's all due to that shot put hit. You know, I'm so thrilled to be here. This award is such an honor. You know, so many times when I got the word about that, when I heard about the Walter Payton Man of the Year being in the city, and then of course the Jason Witten Day, I was just thrilled, because just like every other kid growing up in this area, I just had a big dream. And fortunately enough for me, I had enough people that believe that same dream with me. And along the way, the game of football has allowed every one of the hopes and dreams that I had come true. And fortunately, well, almost all of them, I should say. A few of them are still out there. And fortunately, it wasn't about the game of football so much, but it was about the people that inspired me along the way. And as I look out in the crowd, I see so many of those faces, from a 7th grade teacher to a guy that supported our football team every Thursday night before the game, to people I went to school with, to young kids that have 82 jerseys on. And I can just sit here and tell you the same thing, that as our camp slogan says, that dreams do come true. That same dream can happen for you. I appreciate every one of you guys for supporting me. And this is a great kickoff to the 2013 NFL season. We got our camp tomorrow. And when I'm standing in New York, some early February day, holding up that Lombardi trophy with snow coming down on my face, I'll think of each and every one of you here that allowed me to have Jason Witten Day. Kurt, Richard Tester, Danny Smith, everybody that thought of this idea. Just so humbled that you guys would think of me in a way to name a day after me. I appreciate you guys. God bless.